I think it hits you at some point that, you've effectively saved somebody's life. And it's a feeling that's difficult to put into words. So my name's Tessa Sharman. This is my sister, Sydney Ferguson. I donated stem cells to an unrelated recipient. I'm born and raised in Windsor, Ontario. We do have family that's still living in Jamaica. In university, I decided to join the flag football team, which then snowballed into me getting recruited by a women's semi-professional tackle football team. The last team that I played for was the Texas Elite. So I did get registered when I was in high school. They did a talk about what donating stem cells means, who's affected. You could potentially help save a life, and that could be to anyone in the world. Finding a match is like finding a needle in a haystack. I was like, what are the odds it's going to be me? Why not register? I was walking back to my car. I had a missed call, and it was somebody from Canadian Blood Services. The woman on the other end of the phone says, "You've been identified as a potential match for a recipient that's in urgent need of a stem cell transplant." After the testing, I got a phone call saying that I had been identified as the best match for the recipient, which who would have thought? Stem cell donation comes at a time when your recipient doesn't necessarily have any other option. You're giving somebody the chance to keep living their life. Most people don't know about the option for a peripheral donation, which is the most common way of donating now. They put a needle in one arm that would extract whole blood. They put a needle in your second arm that would return anything unused back to you. So they have a machine that separates the stem cells. I chose to do a bone marrow donation from my pelvic bones because I was worried that the medicine that you have to take leading up to the peripheral stem cell donation would render me ineligible for my tackle football season. And to be honest, it wasn't painful in terms of physical pain. I don't think it lives up to the hype. The way I looked at it was, what is this costing me? And what does it mean to the person that I'm giving it to? And that's not even a comparable thing, right? I recovered. My recipient was potentially looking at not being able to spend the next Christmas with their family if they hadn't received a stem cell donation. It was a no-brainer. I always wonder, are they older than me, younger than me? Do they have a family? Where do they live? I was never given the contact information for my recipient, although I have released mine, and that's open if they did ever want to contact me.
When I heard it, I'm like, yeah, of course she is going to help someone. It wasn't surprising at all. I was like, that's just Tessa.
I think if you have the ability and the willingness to register, you should. I think hero is a big overstatement.
Role model definitely fits her. Hero, I know she was saying that's too much, but to that person, she is a hero.